So, PSA, public service announcement about mental illness. Now, I feel the urge to say, before you conclude that you are mentally ill, and some people really are, they really have mental illness, but before you conclude that, before you accept the diagnosis, I want you to consider the people that you associate with, the world and the society that you are a part of. Many of us are born into and forced to believe that it's normal. Okay? Now, this part of the world in the West, Canada, North America, and America, our society is completely fucked up. Okay? And as the famous quote goes, it is no measure of well-being or mental health, or something along those lines, to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Now, it's the people that go along with society as if it's normal and okay. Those are the mentally ill ones. The ones that play along with the sick game that is put out by society. Sorry guys, I'm sweating here because I just did some work. But yeah, I personally have had mental illness presented to me as a possibility because I've struggled in life. But upon lots of self-reflection, I've come to realize I'm definitely not mentally ill. I have some issues, as most of us do. But when I look around at who I chose to hang around, the things that I chose to use, whether it was drugs, junk food, horror movies, all sorts of toxic bullshit that I consumed, and then I ended up feeling mentally ill, depressed, anxious, fearful, all these negative things that I didn't have to feel, but I did end up feeling because I consumed the wrong things. I hung around the wrong people that I thought were my friends that turned out to be backstabbing, untrustworthy people. Okay? People who just pretended they were my friend. Now, when COVID hit, that was a huge, huge social experiment that really brought out the best and the worst in people. And a lot of us lost friends and even family during that time, not to COVID, but to the mandates and the programs that they pushed on us through the news media outlets. And yeah, we were gaslit into believing that we were gonna all die possibly, and that taking this vaccine, these vaccines, mRNA vaccines, that, by the way, mess with and alter your DNA. I don't even want to talk about the depths of that. That's a whole other subject. But there's so many things that mess with our DNA and our biochemistry. But this vaccine was not something I was willing to take because I just felt in my body and my soul that something was wrong, something was off about it. And I still stand by the fact that it was a social experiment, okay? Now, that's not me saying COVID wasn't real. Calm down, you normies. Sorry. People, human beings who believe that COVID was a deadly virus. Now, maybe for a few people who were extremely immunocompromised, as they said, it could have been deadly. And my heart goes out to the people that lost people from COVID. But I can almost guarantee you that those people were not fit or healthy to begin with. I was immunocompromised. I caught COVID, okay? I caught COVID and I got over it in about 2 weeks. I even tested positive for it. I didn't even want to go get tested, but I was convinced to go get tested. Tested positive, got over it with, guess what? Whiskey on my birthday. I think it was my 32nd birthday. I drank a Mickey of whiskey because, well, shit was fucked up and I was sick. And the next day after drinking that Mickey of whiskey, my taste and smell started coming back. I lost my taste and smell for about 2 weeks. And I just thought that was really interesting. After drinking a Mickey of whiskey, I began to get better. COVID left my body. So, anyhow, I've already gotten off track. But basically, the moral of this video is that most of us aren't mentally ill, and those of us that are, seek help, but please assess the people that you keep around, the things that you're putting into your body, the things that you're watching with your eyes and listening to with your ears. Take all these things into consideration before you conclude that you're mentally ill, because there could be a chance that you're not mentally ill. You just need to change some things in your life and about your life. So please don't accept a diagnosis without diagnosing yourself first. And I know they'll say self-diagnosis is dangerous. Well, when it has to do with thinking and reflecting on the things that you are doing to keep yourself healthy and the people that you keep around, no, there's nothing wrong with self-diagnosis. That's just simply analyzing your life and coming to a conclusion. So a lot of these doctors, not to be trusted as well. So I'm not saying all doctors are bad. It's just something to consider. So, and especially after COVID, anybody who's still in the healthcare system after COVID, because people who didn't take the vaccines were asked to leave their jobs. They were fired, let go. Okay, so anybody who still works in the healthcare system after COVID, watch out. So anyways, just wanted to leave this little PSA, public service announcement, because I felt called to. So cancel me, shut me down, do whatever you will. I don't know if this video will stay up, but I hope somebody gets something from it.